One thing that I've learned when it comes to being overly preoccupied with your looks or how you come off um, visibly to society is that we are like holographic machines. We are designed with a mix of showing our soul's attributes through our features, but also karmic features so that we can learn and grow and expand. Like, for example, one way I have a karmic physical feature is that I'm short. And, being short isn't a problem, but I've always internally felt bigger than my size. And I've always wanted to be taller. And it's because my soul's journey, like, I'm very heavily attached to a life where I was physically very dominant. So we are designed not only for to overcome challenges as well, and to learn to adapt to certain things. So if you're preoccupied with features that you're born with and that you don't like, I would say to try and change your perspective, because no one actually sees us the way that we see us. We actually see each other based on a soul holographic level. So people actually perceive us through a lens of our spiritual body, which is why we are designed the way that we are. Um, if you look into like face reading, and things like that, every single attribute has a meaning that shows certain aspects of our personality. So there are reasons why we look the way we look, and challenges to overcome, and our soul's evolutionary growth is a big part of that. And we affect the way that we look a lot through our emotional states and how we take care of this physical vessel. So a lot of things, like, for example, if you feel very heavily attacked, that could cause acne. If you had childhood trauma, that could cause your teeth to be crooked and uneven. So there are a lot of things that aren't necessarily in our control, but there are things that can change and shift over time based on how we face our internal conflicts. So I would say not to be so harsh on yourself. I think that's one of the best things we can do, and to embrace our natural physical features as much as possible. And I'm not against plastic surgery or anything like that. And, beauty standards are so biased for every culture. I mean, beauty is subjective. And like I said, we see each other on a level of spiritual holographic level. So we actually see each other's souls more so in our physical reflection. And when I learned that, it really changed my perspective on things. So I kind of just wanted to share that with everybody else, because I think it's something that can really be helpful for people to not see it as it's really not such a physical world. We really are in an energetic world. And we see things through an energetic lens without even knowing it. So, yeah.